skills, cultural orientation, and travel. Every Thursday, 10:10 a.m. with Frank Really Works.
A very warm welcome to you out there. It's another Thursday morning here on Mainland 98.3 FM. And our food, our sports, everything Nigeria. We're just so Nigeria-centric. I am Bumi Bade Adeniji. You can also find our CEO in the house, Frank Meke. He's here in the studio. Good morning to you, Frank.
So, we want to thank our listeners for always listening in.
Absolutely.
And we pray that one of these days we give them opportunity to come talk to us. But we understand why we're not talking, the way it is. Or
1 hour.
In 1 hour. And honestly, I don't know why we do it. In fact, I should say, I don't know how Bumi does it. But we give God.
When you hear that Frank is in the house, you know we're going to have a really good time. But he's not the only one in the studio. We have two the experts in those fields. We have an art segment where we're going to be talking art, all things art.
Well, it's good to be here. Good morning, listeners. Thank you.
Good morning. And also, we have a whining and dining segment, which is going to be anchored by our darling Blessing. Good morning, Blessing.
Okay.
All right. These two segments, I'm promising you to have them in the studio. So much to do. Avila is joining us, via the phone line. So much has happened and changed our perception of orderliness in the banking sector and other services by reforms, compliance, and live up to the ethos of standardization of operational deliveries metrics. What are the real issues concerning the Naihoto Act? And what is and tourism management? A man of many parts is our guest today on Villa Square. Add advantage to the industry. All the stakeholders should do in the service sector, and the steps taken by Culture and Tourism, Hanatu Musa Musawa, will engage the sector on policy overlaps between almost all the 11 counterparts in aviation, internal affairs, central bank, who have insisted that in our segments, hospitality nuggets returns or Labo NCF. He will be at Birds today and in Lagos. Coming soon, we shall bring you the booze to swallow them. Insurance, they unfortunately had to cancel, but government will crown it all up, where we will be going continental Africa. That comes out of Congo is always very danceable. So welcome once again to Creative Nigeria and good morning.
Carry you go Central Africa from Port Harcourt. Now 4 flights we dey get for fly. Go Libre and Friday we dey fly now. AfriJet fly Gabon. For business, meet family. Just book your journey, your care. Call us now on top 201-279-9003 or 0916-000-8092 to book your flight. Or you fit sharply visit our office for Menji Building, 79 Tombia Extension, New GRA, Port Harcourt. AfriJet fly Gabon. Make we work at.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still Creative Nigeria here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Wasiu Babalola. He is the forensic auditor. He is also the administrator and professor of hospitality and tourism management. Good to have you in the house. Howbeit virtually. Frank is also here. He said. Okay, so I'm going to start out, first of all, to a professorial level. It means especially in the hospitality and tourism space. So, because of that, the fact that you hold many academic titles and, you have so much, you're a hotel manager and you're also a professor of hospitality and tourism management.
Another thing I represent the Niger spirit.
Oh.
The spirit of a TP. I'm not even up to 50 years. So probably I became a professor in my early 40s.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
that is the spirit on the youthful population is there.
Yes.
And understanding the idea of the generation before us, where they compete, we are now cooperating. I have among my mentors. So some of the qualifications, some people think I'm something to be an accountant, but I choose to study catering and hotel management. If you're disappointed, but I promise you, don't worry, I'm going to be a chartered accountant. So that is for that. And then I am also I am currently with hospitality and tourism. But it's now a story that with whatever you can study, you can lay your hands on in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you can do.
Wow.
I am a certified national accountant. I'm also into the legal profession. What I'm going to succeed. I will succeed and I'll be a success story. And I must give it to all my mentors do it. And I want to say thank you to all of them. And thank you.
Very important. Thank you so much. That's very commendable. And
thank you.
That's like you said, that is the spirit of Niger and Tourism Regulatory Act of 2022. Is you have observed, and then what are the obligations for the industry players and stakeholders?
Acts we have in Nigeria at the moment. It's not most of the misinformation out there are from people. The government are not doing enough, are giving people like us enough headache. I'm not a consultant to any government agency. But because I'm into academics, I'm an academic. It is not a matter of I am on the other side. I am on the side that this law will accept. So for us to understand where we're coming from, I think we are also right. And so that's why we need to go a bit back. When narrators in TDA, over time, it was pulled out as a training institute for hospitality and tourism. It's one of the presidents we put on our record that never record. And the man is so bold enough to be in business in Nigeria.
True that.
Coming to the church, we just turn it into a tour. Nobody questioned it. And when he was signing this bill, we also signed the end time. I need to lay this foundation for us to understand. Training school, it can be, they quite understand. Now, some people, but we need to understand that in the evolution of every one of us as individuals, we started as a child. We grow to be because I was born a child, I must die as a child. No. That's how it's new. So narratives has come to stay, whether we like it or not. It's meant to now ensure the wrong in the industry are doing right. Now, that is what the law says. I have not done it. The answer is no. Even our Nigerian constitution law in Federal Republic of Nigeria, because Section 1.3 of the Constitution says there is no part of that act that conflicts with provisions of the Constitution. It is never perfect. That's why we have the fact that this involves us. Give us an increase at doing things fine. We travel abroad. We say so. I'm not saying the law is not perfect, but in that imperfection of sometimes we have so many laws in Nigeria we don't even use until when you cross government, you now carry the law and show. Right? Let's continue discussing on Power 4, 5, 6 and put our own separate houses. Now, because I don't see anything in the hospitality and travel. Only now, so every one of us, including myself, we are all cracks. Section in the law that gives narrators right to recognize other institutes and resolve so many issues that we have in our industry. But those who take a walk from the good.
Prof, thank you. You've answered one of the other questions that I actually wanted to ask, about, making sure that the industry is professional. The industry is, the training programs that are now available in, there were no, I think my older brother who universities are now going to segue a little bit. This is under the Ministry of Culture and Tourism.
To educate. Now, government needs to be that is
over-regulated.
Yes, it's something we need. Not either and say I want a sensitive approach. Instead of making it a carrot. Wow. Now government can say, okay, each of my agents suggest that I say we are signed. That is an incentive. We are not fighting you. If you having to do one or two things and avoid guarantees own deal. We rather go with the current the Narratives Act at the moment. So government should not make it compulsory. It could be like, we have this deal. When you come business is government will patronize. Before you know it, it becomes a sort of improved strategy. Government can get people to set it up, but government has a way to play. But it's something we need because I am stranded at the airport. I did online checking 1 year. And I said, we can't be because I just did the online. The online don't own it. It was forced on them. So they find a way to get to it. Should not be by fire, by force.
Indeed.
Create an incentive.
I agree with you, Prof, for compliance. I'm going to just leave you, Prof.
True. And he's very, very busy. You can see he was supposed to be even on it from his own perception and understanding so that we can have a better. Is that Nigeria is beginning to organize itself. Am I right?
And they're protected.
And of course, for the man who also is offering the infractions didn't come, okay? And it's not just only in our grow. Nigeria is growing. It's a new dawn. Yeah. You can see I have to send my parcel to Abuja. And all those. So gradually, we begin to have a sane society, and that will be what? Okay. They also know that investment is safe, unlike what we have before, where every day can hurry, everybody comes and do what he like. And like Prof said, this is the first time actually we're beginning to. It's so huge, and a lot of fraudulent people go away with it.
Yes, this is part one of.
You see, awareness and knowledge is society, and that is why government should be interested. Okay, in it. Yeah. So. And you keep on reporting what you don't know. So for 30 years in the hotel,
no benefit.
No people will want to resist.
Yes.
But again, what we're saying that we can always come when we begin. Wish you a safe trip, and I hope they didn't throw that.
Now I want to tell people what happened last month. A senior colleague of mine, who is a president of a professional body in Nigeria, and by one of those governments, asked him, I said, "Sorry, you belong to the member of the same institute." Is the MD of that company of the institute. Now, that is not any business in Nigeria since last year. And that's why I must give it to the DG of that agency. He saw this act for a professional and make him a director in the business so that it's sitting on we that we are Nigerians. Now, the law, why are you going to come to Nigeria and be a manager when there are people in that organization that have higher qualification? But if the organization can do our job, not government job, it's we that will benefit. So when I explained to the guy, I said, because if I train him, he will jump job. Now, this act is not for government to make money for us. It's for
I just want to say a very big thank you. As it is, however, we need to, continue with the show. This is the first of many that we will be having, engagements with you, indeed. So we want to say a very big thank you. So we wish you well as you go on.
Bless you, my mother.
Thank you. So we've been speaking with Professor Wasiu Babalola. He is a forensic auditor. Welcome to Nigeria's creative powerhouse, the National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC. Here we discover indigenous Afro music. And wait for this, NCAC produces art history and traditions. INAC, our International Arts and Crafts Expo, brings the world to our doorsteps and holds annually in Abuja. Reach us through 03 Abdulmumini Gadu District, Abuja. NCAC, proudly Nigeria.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hospitality Nuggets with Justina Ovat. Today, we'll be talking about the important smile. A thoughtful gesture or a kind word can completely shape the guest experience. Compliments fall into this category. When given correctly, they make guests feel valued. But when delivered without sending on our teams on compliment etiquette, it says, "Welcome, sir. That's a very fine cap. It really suits you. The guest smiles and they're so handsome today. I'm sure the ladies admire you." Suddenly, there is simple. In hospitality, like a guest choice of meal, their punctuality, or perhaps guideline for staff is, if in doubt, leave it out. Another layer is cultural sensitivity. We know that hospitality in Nigeria attracts people from all over the world, coming one culture, but considered intrusive in another. In some societies, commenting on a woman's look is acceptable. In others, it crosses a boundary. Training staff to shift focus makes all the difference, instead of but in a professional and inclusive way. Authenticity is also key. Guests quickly pick on fake or genuinely. If a guest orders a special local dish, the staff member might sit. Now, how do we teach this? The best approach is practice, not just theory. Role play scenarios can help moment. Another could be a guest dressed in traditional attire. How can staff acknowledge it respectfully? Practicing these situations, the best compliment is silence. If a guest looks upset, or even efficiency and respect matter more than words. Here's the too much or poorly chosen can ruin it. If we train our teams on compliment etiquette, we equip them with the skill. Hospitality is not just about providing a bed, a meal, or a service. It's about creating memories. And often, these memories are shaped by the smallest into extraordinary experiences. Thanks for listening. Over to you, Frank and Bumi.
Sometimes the best compliment is silence. Just know that is always on mind. That means every 2 weeks. Well, we'll take a break, and when we return after this break, it will be time for our segment, Art.
You are the best. The very, very best. You make our world go round. This is why we'll always be your anchor.
At Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance.
Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is why we'll always be your anchor.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
So art is life. Today we want to talk about blending art with digitalization. We have over 1,001 galleries out there and over 10,000 artworks. But the issue has been there has not been any digital platform where artworks and galleries can come together for exhibition. Just realize that technology can also play a vital role in the arts industry. So in the next 20 years, if you're an artist out there, how do you want to see your artwork? You have a database where your artworks can be kept, and artworks can be put in. You can't sit on your phone and have an art exhibition in a private room. So this is what Vatican is all about. Yes.
Thank you so much. We will segue directing. Blessing, over to you. So where do we wine and dine?
Blessing Mary Fatunde, our great city. Then to find restaurants, I'll be short. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, whetting our appetite. I hope you will bring where you can wine and dine in Lagos. That's it, complete without showcasing our cuisine.
I want to listen to Blessing. And the moment she just mentioned that, look, but they
don't break this fast.
They don't break this fast.
Hook. Well, we will also be introducing on that is a very, very...
Through this exciting journey into the world of elephants. This segment is more than just episode. We will uncover amazing challenges they face in today's world. So together we are going to explore why elephants matter, not only to Africa but to the future of our planet. And most importantly, we will learn how all of us can be part of the movement to protect